Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, brought to you by SheathUnderwear.com, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series middleweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Fighting Warrior MMA. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, and he weighed in at 187 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, he holds an amateur record of 2 wins, no losses. Here is Josh Acosta. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, representing the dark side. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 185.8 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, by way of Guerrero, Mexico. His amateur record stands at 4 wins, only 1 defeat. This is Martin Pineda. Your referee in charge of the action, Professor Joe Solis.
I think we're about to have a fun fight here. Both these guys love to throw hands. I don't think we're going to see anything short of excitement here. Good low kick from Pineda. How does Pineda typically do up in situations against the cage? I know it's your main training partner.
Yeah, no, that's probably where he really thrives at, is against the cage.
No, he doesn't look to be shy of really moving back. Shook his head no. Let him know. Wow, both guys swinging.
Nice little double leg to the takedown by Josh Acosta.
Now, what do you do if you're Pineda here? Okay, what do you do if you're Pineda here to defend?
Yep, he's looking to get to his knees, trying to get up. He wants to shake Josh Acosta off his back, and then that would allow him to be on top.
That was really high level right there. He did that fast.
And now we got a takedown attempt by Martin. We'll see if he can finish it. He's got Josh Acosta up against the cage.
So obviously, you said that he really leans in on that boxing style. Just how good is he on the ground?
I'd say I don't do a whole lot of striking with him, but he is a scary person to strike with. Yeah, like I said, usually his ground game is a strong point, and he got tagged earlier, so it looks like he does want to get this fight back down to the ground.
I mean, I know you do a lot of grappling with him. Just how high level is his grappling?
Yeah, no, phenomenal. Like I said, he's got a beautiful Kimura. I think he has finished the last guy with the Kimura, I believe, to win the title one time. So he likes to be on top, you know.
If you're Acosta here, what are you doing? It looks like the pressure from Pineda is he's not going to stop with this pressure. What do you do if you're Acosta?
Yeah, you want to try to pummel the underhooks in. You want to get, yep, you see that? He gets that underhook. But he traded 1 for 1. I probably would have went 2 underhooks. But yeah, he's trying to get underneath Pineda's base so he can get off the wall here.
Looks like he needs to circle to the outside. I wouldn't want to be caught by a strike from either one of these dudes, and you can tell the respect and the power that they have for each other.
Yeah, Josh Acosta looks really calm.
Looks like he's just making some reads. If you're Acosta, do you keep this on the feet, and do you keep it at range?
Yeah, I mean, he's had some. They're trading pretty hard.
It looks like Pineda just landed a big hand there. Very interesting round. Wasn't super high pace, but you did see some flashes of excitement, especially in the beginning. Looked like Acosta had kind of hurt Pineda a little bit, and then at the end, it looked like Pineda was maybe 1 strike away from doing his own damage.
Right.
If you're in the corner of Acosta, what do you say here?
Man, keep doing the do. He's doing really well, mixing it up, throwing the strikes in with the takedowns. I mean, that was beautiful earlier. Looked like he rushed the back take a little bit. If he slows that down, he could have really done some damage there. So I would say keep doing what you're doing. I really want to see a change up from Martin and his plan.
No, for sure. If you're Martin, what do you do here?
Man, I really want to see him finish that takedown on the wall and see how he does with Acosta on his butt. But he's got to get him down first.
Easier said than done, exactly.
Yes, sir.
It'll be interesting to see how these guys start this round, just because they've already seen pretty much all the aspects of each other's game. Acosta still looks very controlled. He looks very composed, like he's trying to make some reads here.
Nice little uppercut there by Josh Acosta.
100%. These guys both are showing different signs of, it look like they respect each other's power a little bit now. You can definitely tell that Pineda is comfortable up against the cage. He has no problem backing up. Nice check.
Yeah, he likes people to come forward, and then he catches them with an overhand right. So I know he's looking to set that up. And then, like I said, his grappling on the cage is really good.
How important do you think it is for him to secure a takedown in this round?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he really needs to. The striking exchange doesn't seem to be going his way. It looks like Josh Acosta's really comfortable in there.
100%. A little bit slower of a pace than I expected in the beginning, but it's a little bit.
I mean, they're tagging each other though.
A little bit higher level, right? They're really both being patient and taking their time instead of just throwing out in a slugfest, because it takes one shot with these guys. I think every shot at this point is pretty calculated, coming from both sides.
Uh-oh. They both tagged each other there, but it doesn't look like Acosta's phased at all. He continues to push the pressure, really trying to get Martin up against the cage.
Doesn't look like he's really allowing for much of a takedown attempt from Pineda.
Ooh, Pineda right in on a Superman punch to a double leg.
As
Beautiful.
I was saying it, wow. So what does Pineda do from this position?
Man, hold him down and do some damage. Hold him down and do some damage. Great job getting to the pass. Was able to use, Josh Acosta went for a triangle. He was able to use that to get to side control. So now we'll see if he can hold him here and get some damage done. And like I was telling you earlier about why a lot of these takedowns don't work is because people aren't setting them up off the strikes. And if you notice there, he threw the Superman punch and went right into the takedown. So he had all of his momentum and had Josh Acosta on his back foot.
Right, he had his hand straight up in the air, left the takedown attempt wide open.
Nice little wall roll by Josh Acosta, man, that's beautiful. That is one of the downsides of the wall, is that even though you can use it to keep them down, they can use it to get back up.
Pineda did a good job getting off the wall right there. He did look like he was in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, unfortunately, I just don't think he got a lot of damage done when he got it down to the ground. And that's the end of the second round, ladies and gentlemen.
If you're a judge, who you think you're getting that round to? The takedown was nice, you know. I mean, did have a little bit of control time there.
Man, so this could be 2 up for Acosta or 1-1. It really could go either way.
I was thinking the same thing. We might be looking, depending on how dominant this round is by either party, it really just depends on maybe looking at another split decision. But, you know, 3 minutes is a lot of time. Essentially, both these guys are 1 punch away from securing another win.
Right.
This replay, and that takedown was so nice. Both seem to be pretty good grapplers. He rolled off the wall right there and reversed that position. Both guys seem eager to get this round started. Big right hand attempt.
Pineda's corner telling him he's got to go.
Yeah, I think both guys probably need a finish here. I don't know if I'd want to leave this in the hands of the judges.
Correct.
What do you think Acosta's looking for a big finish or a big counter strike here?
It looks like he's trying to get him up against the cage and try to tee off on him.
Good stepping back out from Pineda, swinging that hand.
Nice little side kick right there.
Wow. I felt that low kick from here.
Yeah, the thing about grappling is it's so exhausting to get someone down to the ground. I'd like to see Pineda go for another takedown, but he might not have the gas to do it.
Absolutely.
Especially the more damage you take, the lower that gas tank gets, the less likely you are to want to risk getting down on the ground.
No, 100%. I mean, like we've had this conversation several times. The grappling cardio is just so different, and it takes a lot out of your striking. It looks like here, I mean, both guys are very well calculated on every decision they're making. Do you think we see these guys getting the brawl here the last minute?
Yeah, I think they're really going to start teeing off on each other, especially as this time runs down.
For sure. Both corners are being very loud.
Yeah, I think Acosta's going to cruise right where he's at. It's going to be on Martin to try to really make something happen, which is going to be hard to do because he's kind of on the outside, you know. He's not really getting into the inside.
It does seem like when he gets on the inside, he lands big strikes. I mean, you mentioned that, you know, at the beginning of the fight that he does really well with that dirty boxing, and he has. But I mean, Acosta's done so well at keeping him at a distance.
Yeah, man, I think those body kicks. He's got some really good kicks, and I think that's kind of keeping Martin, you know, out of that midsection right there.
No, 100%.
Someone hits you with some body kicks a couple times, man. You kind of like, you might think twice before getting in there.
Yeah, no, 100%. And he's timing those body kicks perfectly. They're landing right underneath the arm. Oh, Acosta goes for his own takedown. What do you think he's looking to do here?
Man, I'm not sure. I guess there's nothing to lose, right? Because there's not enough time for there to be a finish. Yeah. Now the momentum's gonna swing in his favor with this.
Wow. Pretty entertaining fight. Both guys, you could tell, respected each other's power. Saw some good grappling exchanges. Well, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it looked like Acosta was just a tad bit more dialed in, was able to stay out on the edge of the range there. Seemed to be having some success with the mid-range kicks. But it was a great fight, you know. I really like that Superman punch into the double leg that Martin had. I would like to see a little more of that. And then that rollover from the cage, man, I think that was a turning point for the match too. Is like, you know, imagine if Martin would have kept him down for that round. You know, this could be a completely different fight. But that little walking your feet up on the cage, dude, that's UFC 101, you know?
Yeah, 100%. Like, I think both guys had their moments, you know. Like you said, that Superman to double leg was really impressive. And then, you know, that body kick that Acosta landed several times, that's a hard thing to time, you know. And like you said, I think that was keeping Pineda really from being able to enter into those takedowns. So
right.
It'll be interesting to see how the judges judge this one, just because, you know, I think Pineda did have a good first round.
Yeah, no, it was a good fight. That's the life of amateur martial artist, right? It's like those small adjustments, you know. It's like the one thing you weren't doing right is what causes you the loss in the fight. So you're doing all these other things right, but you do one or two things not right, and it costs you at the end of a fight.
100%, you know, and I think that, you know, in the amateurs, there's nothing but to smile from this. You know, both guys are going to get so much better from this, especially when they're fighting at such a high level and so early in their careers.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision. brought to you by sheathunderwear.com. With scores of 29-28, 30-27, and 30-27, your winner by unanimous decision, Josh Acosta.
What a fight. What a fight between both guys. You know, can't disagree with the judges on that one. But I think both guys had bright moments, and can't wait to see them in the Fury cage again.